The late adopter. Good morning, everybody. I hope you slept well. And Bitcoin is still going sideways. Kind of had some kind of action going on yesterday. Kind of had some kind of action going on, day before that. But overall, we're still going kind of sideways down here. But I'm going to show you that this pattern up here that's happening up here, it's actually bound to bounce. This happens so often that, it's more or less given that we're going to bounce. Now the question is when. So, we thought down here that we are going to bounce, did not bounce. Right now we are thinking we're going to bounce again. Can we get a move towards downside? Yeah, we can. Like over here, like you remember the first move towards downside, we said, this is done, this might be it, we're going towards the upside. We try to go up and then pushed again. But on the downside move, you see the wick on the downside. It was huge wick on downside. Still did not break this 40k close down here, around 40.8k, and right back above this 10 and 20 moving average. So we are right back up here, but technically still kind of sideways, but this needs to bounce. So right now I'm gonna show you why this needs to bounce, because this pattern it's very normal, very common pattern, but might be kind of hard to see when you're looking at it like this. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna invert the chart, and as soon as I do that, you are already recognizing the pattern, because it is so common pattern, especially in Bitcoin lately. This pattern, it's so common, it's insane. So let me show you the pattern. We're gonna split the chart up here in two, and we're gonna go on a different chart up here. So you can see already up over here on this part over here that we have the same pattern. We got some kind of impulsive move, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 touches towards the upside, and then we are supposed to go down like over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go towards downside. So this move towards the downside, it's kind of given. I don't know what this pattern is called, but oftentimes it plays like that. You get these divergences on top, you start hugging these moving averages, then you break, then go towards downside, break, then go towards downside. So it is very common pattern. It happens all the time. This is just one of those times, but even up here it's a little bit different, but still, you consider this 1, 2, maybe 3 move, maybe even 3, 4 move. I don't know how you're gonna see this, but you can see this wick on the downside just over here. Let me just do it like this up here. You can see that this part, exactly this part up here, like big move towards upside, move towards downside, and big move towards the upside. The same thing happened here. Big move towards side, down, big move towards the upside, and then down again, right? So we are expecting this move towards downside. Now this chart up here is inverted chart, so when you invert it back, that means bounce towards the upside. So we like that. This is very common pattern, and most common pattern that actually played out. It actually played out during the bull market. Look at this, up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the downside, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the downside, right? So we're expecting some kind of bounce, some kind of move towards the upside, however we want to call it, and whether that's gonna come right now or not, whether this is this very start of the move or not, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have another move towards downside. We're gonna talk about that, and that's gonna be around 39,000 to 38,150 down here in this range down here. It is possible that we have another move towards downside, but I'm thinking probability overall is towards the upside and not actually towards the downside, just because this pattern doesn't matter which way you turn it around. It is very common pattern. It plays out so often that we are pretty confident this should actually bounce towards the upside. Now I've been showing you indicators for the pattern. For example, the divergence is up here. There is no divergence up here, so this divergence is corrected. So right now technically we can just continue going towards the upside, but there was divergences up here, some divergence is happening, and over here there are no divergences. So right now the pattern is free to go wherever it wants to go, and everything looks set up to go. It is creating, I think it's creating higher highs up here. Yeah, it is creating higher highs up here. So maybe we might have another move towards downside because of this slight divergence in the price over here, because of this top up here. But overall it does look bullish. So why am I saying we might go towards downside again? Because this move that happened down here only went to something like 39.6, and support lines, important support lines down here are at 39 and all the way down here at 38.15. So if you zoom in a little bit here, you see this wick down here came to 39.6 That's this line up here, 296, but the legit support lines are at 39 and 38. Now, when you move this much in one big move towards downside, and you know, you came pretty close to the support, but you know, you don't hit the support on the dollar, you don't have to actually, you know, do another move towards downside to hit these supports and then bounce. This is good enough. So I'm saying this is good enough, you know, to push us towards the upside, you know, just let it rip towards the upside. It can definitely happen, but in case just so you know, in case we do break back below these moving averages up here and start going down again, I wouldn't be looking, you know, anything further besides 39 and 38. I mean, this level down here, very important levels, huge levels of support, weekly levels of support, so it's not very easy to break them, especially it's not easy to break them when you had a long-term downtrend like this over here. Especially this last part of here, it just been kind of, you know, pushing it really hard towards downside. So the thing that I'm looking for right now is bounce. I'm looking for bounce, and not just a little bounce, I'm looking for a big bounce, you know. This small bounce towards the upside, is something like this happens and we just get crashed back down again, that would be kind of bearish. But I'm looking for some kind of bigger bounce than that. I've also noticed, you know, a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube, traders and stuff like that, you know, they are quite bullish. And everybody is looking for big moves towards the upside. Everybody is looking for some kind of big moves. People are buying, you know, they sense the fear in the market. They sense that people are, you know, totally, what are you gonna call it, in depression, you know, because everybody's calling bear market right now. Nobody sees any kind of hope, you know. So I think everything went out of the people, and right now it might be a nice place to bounce. I don't know if this is capitulation where we are gonna see, you know, everybody, you know, just forgetting about Bitcoin and going away, and we can, you know, have another big rally towards the upside. But it's definitely some kind of very oversold levels towards us. I'm not gonna show you all the levels, but it's definitely some kind of very oversold levels, and we are, the way I see, we are bound for the bounce. Now previously, as you remember, I've been talking that this area up down here is the accumulation area, and that time might mean so, and I was actually expecting this to bounce anytime now, both here and here. I was expecting bounce, never came. We actually pushed another move towards downside, which I kind of didn't expect. I mean, I said it's possible, but I did not expect it. I gotta admit that I did not expect a move towards downside. But now that we did this move towards downside, I mean, I could not see this move towards downside here, but here I can see it even less. So I don't see any kind of move down here just right now. I can see a lot of bearishness in the market. I can see a lot of, you know, FUD going on. I can see a lot of different kind of stuff in the market, but I do not see another move towards downside right now. I see, you know, some kind of relief rally towards the upside. How we gonna, you know, play that, what's gonna happen, you know, depends to see. But especially this 50 moving average up here, I think it's very important. For example, up here, that's at 43,000. Yeah, it really does matter. We're not gonna talk too much about, you know, resistance level in this video, but I think move towards the upside is a lot more legit than any kind of move towards downside right now. Especially that we have been, you know, we really tried, you know, to get below this 40 levels down here into this area down here. Even this week down to 39 something, try that, but this relief rally towards the upside, it just might be something like this up here before we do another move towards the downside. But I think we need to get something like this before we try again towards the downside. That's all I want to say. I just want to say that I think we need a new small rally towards the upside before we try another move towards the downside. That's what I think. I don't know what you think, but that's what I think. Anyways, we're gonna see how this actually plays out tomorrow, and if it starts going towards upside, we're gonna talk about some kind of resistance line and stuff like that, where we might get stopped out. But I'm gonna talk about it now. Nah, let's just rip. Let it just rip to the moon right now, and you know, tomorrow we're gonna see some kind of what's happening, why we're stopping, wherever we're stopping. But I just want to say that right now, I think I'm a little bit more bullish than bearish, But in case we go down 38, 39, just so you know that. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button on the way out, and subscribe to the channel if you want to catch tomorrow's video. Same time, same place. Around same time, same place. See you around, guys. Bye bye.
That was genius.
Thank you.
Great job.
You guys did it. No, it's you.